What's good, everyone? This is Dev, the coolest.
And this is JB. And welcome to hashtag SlickTalk.
Hey, what a hashtag.
Good, y'all.
I think we gotta have a song just that.
We do. We definitely do. We gotta bust it out and be like, welcome to or something.
And just have that play.
Listen, we really do. We absolutely do.
Look out for the album dropping soon. But welcome back, y'all. We hope y'all been taking care as always. We love y'all. And welcome back to another week. We are shooting the shit today. There is a lot going on in the news as we're, I guess, getting out of this period of being in quarantine. It looks. Do you see a light at the end, JB, at this point?
I do see a lot at the end, to be honest with you. I feel like if we want to put a specific time and date where I see the light coming is this summer. I feel like this summer, things are really going to kind of like change and kind of like pick up, not necessarily go back to normal. I don't see us ever really going back to normal. I think we're going to be traumatized after going through this. But I feel like things are going to start picking up. There's going to be more people that are obviously taking the vaccine and, that probably already had it before, that feel like they can't get it again. So going out or what the case may be. But yeah, this summer, I feel like the light of the tunnel will probably be this summer.
No, totally. And we'll talk more about COVID in a bit in the episode. Actually, not even too far into the episode, but yeah. Like we said at the top of the episode, this is a shooting the shit episode. We haven't had this since the top of the season. So we're excited to have this conversation because it's us just talking and giving our opinions, our personal opinions on different topics that's been going on. And like I said, there's been a lot for some reason happening. So we ready, JB?
We are ready. Let's go. Let's get into some things, some hot topics, as Wendy will say.
Yeah, and the view.
And the view, yeah.
But the first thing, so we'll be remiss. I know if you're like me and probably like JB, y'all are probably tired of hearing this Kanye and Kim Kardashian divorce thing, right? But we'll be remiss to speak about it. I don't know if I'm over it as much as it's just been kind of fed to me constantly on a lot of outlets, but we kind of want to give our opinion on it and our thoughts on it and what it looks like to us. So, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are in the middle of a divorce. It seems like a lot of the rhetoric that has been put out to the mainstream public has been coming from the Kardashians. Surprise, surprise. I mean, you think about Mama Kardashian.
Listen, Queen B. Okay.
Don't get it confused with Beyonce, but Queen B of that hive.
Absolutely.
Have you been keeping up with it? Have you seen a lot of the stuff that they've been talking about? And how rhetoric kind of has. I haven't heard anything from Kanye yet.
Yeah, I think it's hard not to keep up with it, right? Like, I mean, if you're on social media, you're going to see it splashed on all these like media outlets, and you're going to see it on TV, on the news. Like even the news, CNN reported on it. So it's kind of like, unless you live under a rock, it's hard to not kind of like have this in your face and have an opinion on it. Or some people don't have an opinion on it, but I personally do have an opinion on it, which is I don't care. Like, I mean, unfortunately, I don't want to necessarily say I've seen this happening or I've seen this coming, but with Kim's track record and then with things that have been happening with Kanye and how he has been like, just acting out, if you will, and having mental, issues, and I just felt like it was only a matter of time for them to go their separate ways. I just feel like they're on two different paths or doing two different things. Like, I don't know how they can stay cohesive together and actually take care of their children. Like, they have, 4 kids? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, in a sense, I kind of seen it happen. Am I happy about it? No, I don't want to ever see anybody like get a divorce or, stop loving someone. But I will say that if something is toxic, and something is not beneficial for your life and the space that you are right now, then sometimes you got to walk away. And I feel like in this case, Kim was the one that walked away.
Yeah, well, apparently it's an amicable separation, right? Like
Sure.
from everything that's been coming out from all of these resources and all of
Mm-hmm.
these, I don't know where they're getting their information from, but like I said, I feel like it's coming from the head Mama Kardashian.
Of course.
But according to People Magazine, Kim Kardashian is in distress right now, which is understandable. Like if you're going through a divorce, but I mean, girl, like. I mean, he is the father of her children, right?
Yeah.
At the core of it. So it's like, I understand that. I think he's just been extremely disrespectful to her and their family for such a long time. And who knows what was going on behind doors. He called her a whole ass bitch in the song after he referenced him and Ray J could have been friends if they hadn't fucked her, if they haven't both fucked her. Like, it's just kind of
Exactly.
like, I get maybe why she's in distress in the sense of being the mother of, or co-parenting, but I guess they're amicable.
Yeah, I mean, I never seen. I mean, what I will say is that in addition to me eventually seeing this happening or this, coming true, I never seen Kanye being the type to kind of like just want to walk away. No matter what is going on, I felt like he is the type, and he has shown to like want to have a family and fight for his marriage and everything like that. Even although he's very quiet when it comes to specifics when involving his marriage, I feel like I've always gotten the impression that he is a family man. Like he wants to have a wife, he wants to have a kid, he wants to have kids. He's found religion again within the past couple of years, and I'm sure his ideal of a perfect life is having a family, in that part. So, when I do believe that a lot of the information that has been coming out to the news media and everything like that has been coming from the Kardashian clan.
Oh, absolutely.
But I can't wait. I can't wait till like Kanye makes a statement and says, and it's going to be interesting because based upon his past statements and how he's responded, they've all been sporadic and like crazy and just like on Twitter saying this and that. So, it's going to be interesting to see what he finally says about it.
Yeah, if he says anything at all, right?
If he says anything at all.
If he says anything at all. But, I'm wishing them both well. I'm wishing the family well, especially the children, right? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, like I'm wishing the children the best. I really hope that they work it out, which I'm sure that they will for the children. They got money. You know what I'm saying? They'll make it work. They have prenups in place. So, they're good with that. It sounds like they're going to co-parent and split the what's the word I'm looking for? Split the not possession of the child, but basically they'll be able to
the custody
at the same amount of time, like
custody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Custody of the children. Thank you, JB. Lost that word, slipped my mind that quick. But okay, so we're moving on from that. Unless you have anything else to say to that,
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
The last thing I do want to say is that it's unfortunate that celebrities, granted they are celebrities and we do want to be in their business and everything, but it's unfortunate. And I always say this because like I just have a heart, but it's unfortunate that when things like this happen, like it plays out under like a microscope within the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to, I couldn't even imagine going through something so sensitive like this as of getting a divorce from somebody that I once was in love with or that I still love, and having everyone dissect it and say what they think and say like me, like I just said, oh, I figured it was coming. Like nobody wants to hear that type of stuff. So although I'm speaking on it, I do realize on the backhand that it's unfortunate that what they're going through is like literally under a microscope of the whole country, and we all have an opinion on it. So
yeah, unfortunately, it comes with the lifestyle, right? Like you give something, you got to take something. Like you're Kim Kardashian, like you had a large following. Like, and I feel you. I'm with you on that. Like, it's unfortunate that like they have to move through this divorce in a very public light. Like nothing private with that divorce, and nothing will be private going forward. So, sending, I said to the children earlier, but sending love to all of them.
Absolutely. Shout out to all of them. Yeah. Shout out to all of them, because that's a tough situation to go through. But moving forward, another tough situation to go through is spending 7 years in prison. And that's what Bobby Smyrda ended up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's home though. He's
Yeah, he's
definitely
home.
home.
He's home.
Yeah.
So he was for anyone that doesn't know, he was put in prison back in 2016. He pleaded guilty to one count of third degree conspiracy and one count of weapons possession. If you don't know what that means, look it up. I'm not about to get into it. Weapons possession sounds pretty self-explanatory, but third degree conspiracy, it's a lot of layers to get into that. Y'all look it up. Google is your best friend. But he was sentenced that time in prison in 2016. He's out now. Shout out to Bobby Smyrda. Hey,
What is that?
The Smyrda. Remember,
you said,
about a week ago.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out the sound effects because you was like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, what? Come on, Uncle. Ding, ding, ding.
Y'all know. Listen, people that see, they know what I'm talking about.
About a week ago. Fuck with us and then you sleep with us. Hey. Yeah, that was a hit. Matter of fact, that song is actually platinum. I mean, how many times platinum is that song? Like
a few times. No,
times platinum.
Yeah, a lot of his songs recently went platinum a few times since he's been out, like that quick. And the crazy thing is he asked for 50 pounds. Well, I think it's crazy because I don't eat red meat, but he asked for 50 pounds of oxtails as his first wish out of prison.
Wow, I didn't even hear about that. And I'm sure he got that. I'm sure he got that and more. I'm sure he was. I think I've seen pictures of him surrounded by women. He flew on a private jet with Quavo.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that is the way to come home. But in addition to that, I wish that more people treated people coming home from being incarcerated like they treat like these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not forget that the celebrity also did a crime like your regular average Joe that did a crime. And we're praising him. I'm happy he's home. I don't want to see anybody behind bars unless they actually deserve to be behind bars. But he served his crime. I mean, he did his crime and he served his time. So it was time for him to come home. But it's just like, let's not forget that we have normal, everyday black men that come home every single day and they get lost in the system. They end up going back to prison. They can't find a job and they end up being homeless and they have PTSD for being in prison. But someone like Bobby Smyrda comes home to millions of dollars and all these fans saying, we loved you and we held you down, and, you know, friends and family that are bringing him whatever he wants, you know. So I'm happy he's home, but I just personally wish that we can, you know, extend that same courtesy of being happy and supporting people that are average Joe that come home from prison as well. You know?
Yeah, I agree with that. And it also, for me, feels like there's kind of like a underlying glamorization of what you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, like, no, free him, free Bobby Smyrda. Like, I'm glad he's home too, but if you do the crime, you get caught, you got to do the time.
Yeah, as simple as that.
And like, now he's, for anyone that aspires to be like him and they see that he was able to get out of prison and just kind of be showered with all of this stuff, they look at that and they're like, oh, if I become a rapper and I commit a crime and I get this notoriety, then when I get out, I'm still going to get support. So that's what I'm going to aspire to. So there's like an underlying like glamorization of it, which, to your point, is 99% not the case.
Right.
And there's so many people that's still in prison for misdemeanor, like small drug charges and stuff like that. So it's, I'm glad he's out. I'm not saying, I'm upset or I'm hating or mad that he's out, but we can't forget about the other things that kind of like are still present, like people looking up to him, people that are still in prison, people that have gotten out of prison and is dealing with PTSD and are forced to kind of go back to that lifestyle because they have to make some type of living because they can't get a job. And, we can go on and on, we're both really big on prison reform and all of that, but, shout out to Bobby Smyrda for getting out.
Shout out to him.
With Quavo holding that money. He looked like he was ready to go to sleep. He was on that prison schedule. It was 7 o'clock. He said, time to go to sleep.
Listen, that's exactly what it was. On top of probably drinking a lot of champagne on the private jet, turning up the whole way home. So I'm sure he was tired, but I'm sure he stayed that ass up. The first 24 hours out, he was like, I ain't going to sleep. No matter what I got to do, I ain't going to sleep. I'm about to eat some more oxtails. I'm about to, get some pussy. But
You
again, like
what?
you said,
You said get some what?
Some pussy.
Oh, I thought you said some. I thought you said it started with a B. Like I heard B.
Oh no. Well, I mean, whatever floats his boat. He could have got some pussy on the side too, but I said pussy. That's what I said.
What are you gonna do with 50 pounds of oxygen? We're gonna move on, but I don't know what 50 pounds.
What do you need that much for?
That's 1/3 of my weight.
Oh.
50 pounds. That's here. What y'all see on the screen. If you see it,
friend,
that's here.
Friend, you small, friend.
I know.
But it's all good though. You look good though. Anyways, moving forward, what else is hot topic right now? What else is going on?
Yeah, so at the top of the episode, we talked about COVID and how we see the light at the end of the tunnel. We know, just as like y'all, we're kind of over this whole COVID thing, but we kind of want to talk about some highlights and some good things that are happening right now. So COVID numbers are dropping. Thank goodness. There are a lot of, I guess, kind of discrepancies with why the numbers are dropping, i.e. with everything that's happened, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, with Texas and a lot of stuff happening in the Northeast and along the South with the winter and people not being able to go get tested as much because none of the facilities are open. And, I guess the smaller states reporting larger numbers and blah, blah, blah. But in the state of California, we're the first largest in population in the state, and in the country, and we're the second largest state outside of not including Alaska in the country, and our numbers are dropping. So, and we're not dealing with the winter wonderland right now. So that should be pretty telling. And we're getting $600. And an additional $100 to the $1,400 that Biden is supposed to be sending us. But
no, absolutely. Like you said, I'm actually very, very happy to hear that the numbers are dropping everywhere. It's like a light at the end of the tunnel, like we were saying in the beginning of the episode. I mean, I don't want nobody else to pass away from COVID. I don't want anyone else to be out of work because COVID is affecting them and they can't go to work. I'm definitely happy to hear the numbers are finally going down. I'm definitely happy to hear that Gavin Newsom did something right by getting the California legislators together and approving this bill because we all need assistance. I don't care what you're going through. We all need assistance right now. The $600 is going to be completely welcomed.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll definitely make sure to stimulate the economy. Okay. I'll definitely make sure to do that. But yeah, so I can't wait till essentially the numbers are very much lower than what they are right now. But we are on a good path to finally tackling this virus. Yeah, literally a year later. Because it's going on a year exactly. Yeah.
No, literally, because my last year I was able to celebrate my birthday, but 2 weeks after, which will be, I guess, 2 weeks from the release of this episode, everything was shut down and things are starting to look better, right? We definitely want to make sure that we recognize the people, the 500,000 people that have passed, or 500,000 people that have passed away from COVID in the United States up to this point, right? So we definitely want to, send our love and, light to all the families that have lost someone due to this horrible, horrible, horrible time.
Absolutely.
With that, we're happy that things are starting to get better and we're moving forward. I don't know what it will look like, but like I said before, stay 6 feet away from me for the rest of my life. I don't have a problem with that.
Listen, and wear a mask everywhere. I feel like people are going to consistently, even when we don't have to wear them no more, people are really still going to be wearing a mask.
I am.
Listen, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to wear no damn mask no more. I understand the importance of wearing a mask, and I do wear my mask and follow the rules now. But as soon as they release, or as soon as they lift up that law of what they have saying that it's mandatory, I'm taking that shit off. I need to breathe. That should be annoying the shit out of me. I have a fat face already, so when I put that on there, I'll be like sweating underneath my eyes and everything. So I get it. I'm wearing my mask now, and I know that it's been protecting us. But as soon as they say we don't have to wear it no more, they are going in the garbage, and I'm not wearing them ever again until again.
Don't throw them in the trash. Donate them to the frontline workers and stuff, and the people in the hospitals and stuff.
But if the virus is up, the pandemic is over, what are they going to need them for?
They still wear masks regardless.
Why would I donate an old used mask that I've been had on my face?
I thought you meant you were gonna throw away the rest of your masks that you had.
Oh no, boo! I have 2 masks that I recycle. Oh. Those are gonna get thrown away.
Yes, but we do want to say also, in addition to, you know, I mean, besides the, I guess, negative and like the discrepancies, you know, now we have a vaccine that has been rolled out.
Yeah.
And, there, unfortunately, but I guess kind of fortunately, in a twist of fate, I guess, there has been enough people that have contracted COVID that they are mostly immune to contracting COVID again. So, you know, there are a lot of factors that play into why the numbers are going down, but I can speak for myself, and I'm definitely sure I can speak for JB with his traveling ass, that
listen,
that COVID is, you know, starting to, you know, get down, but we're still in the middle of it, y'all. So
we're still in the middle of it.
Yeah, we're not saying like it's over, but the numbers are going down. Thank God.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Moving on. What else we got? What else we talking about?
Yeah, so that is absolutely good news. But some more, I guess you can say, good news is the fact that we're starting to see a lot of more people finding happiness and excitement and fun in the middle of what we're going through with this pandemic and this super deadly virus. People are still finding an outlet to have fun. And what that is they're starting to come up with these dance challenges. It seems like every single song that comes out, or every single big song that comes out, ends up turning into a dance challenge. So, I mean, over the summer, we had WAP, by Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, which was a huge song, you know, which went #1, you know, was a huge song, but they came up with a dance for that and people were doing the WAP. And then you had Megan that came out with Body, and people were doing that body yaddy. Do you know how to do the body yaddy yaddy? Do you know how to do it? Body yaddy yaddy. You gotta put your hands in the middle. Body yaddy yaddy.
But wait. Finish going through your list of what other. But do you think it started with the Savage remix with Beyonce and Meg?
That was or I don't know what, that was actually one of the songs. I mean, there was tons of songs. I don't know if it started with that. Somebody's gonna have to let us know in the comments if it started with that. But I mean, I remember there was another one that said, "You want to fight? I want to touch." I'm talking. Remember? It was like I talk about So I remember that one earlier in the days. I was like, why is everybody doing this? You want to fight? I want to touch. I was like over it, you know. So yeah, in addition to that, another one that comes to mind quickly is now you have Cardi that just released another song that's called Up, and that turned into a dance challenge. And shout out to, I have to think of his name. I can't think of his Bankhead. His last name is Bankhead, but that's the choreographer that has been doing these like coming up with these dances for like these songs and everything. And he was the choreographer for Cardi B's latest single, Up. And he's an amazing choreographer. He choreographs for Missy Elliott. He actually did a dance challenge for her, one of her songs. Yeah, Cool Off. The song was called Cool Off. Cool Off. Cool off, cool off, cool off. But yeah, he came up with the dance challenge for that as well. So, you know, I do understand that. We can dive in a little deeper on that, but I do understand that we are going through a tough time, but people are still finding ways to bring happiness and to have fun. And I feel like these dance challenges is that fun. You know?
Right. No, absolutely. And I think these dance challenges are what's carrying the music, to be honest.
Okay.
And I personally believe that it's gotten to the point, at least right now, hopefully we kind of leave this with mainstream music, that artists are starting to make music for TikTok.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like a lot of these songs like WAP, because that came out after the original Savage and the Savage remix, and the Fight Wanna Tussle, like WAP, like Body, which is an annoying ass song if you ask me. I can get like, it's very annoying. And then you get to most recently Up, and then there's just so much, right? And it's just so come and go that I think people are starting to make music for that, which is fine. Like you said, like people are celebrating, trying to find some good times out of this. But if you want longevity, like that's not going to cut it. Like you need to make quality music, and the quality music is going to transcend all of this. But 2020/2021 has been a tough year. And if that's what artists are kind of wanting to feed into during this moment, great. But I really hope that beyond this, that they'll be able to sustain, because one, TikTok is not going to be forever. TikTok's not going to be around forever. Challenges are going to get old. People are already getting tired of challenges and how quick, like it's like, oh, another challenge. Oh, another challenge. Oh, another challenge. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I'm not yucking on anyone's yum. If you're having fun, have fun. But artists, think of the longevity of your careers if that's what you care about.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely interesting to see. Did you have something else to say?
No, I was saying just don't make music for challenges. Think about the longevity of your career.
Yeah, but then to challenge that, you see that? To challenge that, what if like it's working for them? Like if you look at a Cardi B, she had WAP that came out and it was a dance challenge and it went to #1. And then she had Up that came out this year and then they made a dance challenge and it went to #2. So it looks like, you know, I'm not necessarily saying that these dance challenges from everyone or from her specifically are contributing fully to the fact that she's charting so high on the charts. But I'm thinking about something that if it's not broke, why fix it? So if she's come up with a recipe to like put out these songs to like make them go big and to gain a lot of money and go #1, then why would anyone want to change that unless their ultimate goal is to be seen as the best? Because let's be honest, nobody that's actually putting out dance challenges right now is the best. So, I mean, unless that is your ultimate goal, why would you, you know, change something like stop doing a dance challenge song if it's working for you?
No, I agree. No, I totally agree with that. But that just goes back to what I was saying about the longevity of your career. Like, if it's working for you right now, listen, I'm not hating on it. Get your money, get your break, get your endorsements, right? But if you want to be like a Nicki Minaj that came out when I was in my freshman year of college, and here I am 31, and my freshman year of college, I was 18, and she's still rocking. She wasn't doing TikTok challenges in 18. She was all the way through the 2010s. She was creating quality music that people can rock with. You know what I'm saying? And she's still making her money. And she's planted her place as our queen of rap in our lifetime. Not in our overall lifetime, but in our, you know, later in our lifetime. So you said what?
You said not in our overall lifetime.
Well, I mean, I'm speaking like with regard to eras, because we were born in the late 80s, early 90s. So we have to just be honest and say at that point, Nicki Minaj wasn't around. So it was the Queen Latifahs, the Lil Kim, blah, blah, blah. But I'm saying later on in our lives, when we were like 18, blah, 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 she still is the queen. She hails as queen right now. She's held queen for at least the past almost 15 years.
Yeah.
And she's not sitting up creating stuff for TikTok. But if that's what you want to do right now, by all means, get your coin, get your money. But if you're thinking about the longevity of your career, do it. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see what's going to happen when TikTok falls or when everybody's over TikTok, because it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I think that one of the main reasons why, I mean, even TikTok is doing so well and people are coming up with these dances and they're like going viral and everything, is because like we can't really dance outside. You know what I'm saying? Like things are still closed. So like people are really having fun indoors. But I feel like when things start opening back up and like we go back to whatever normal is at that time, I feel like people still have people that are doing dance songs right now are like making music specifically for dance challenges. I feel like they still have an opportunity to be successful if they make like a song that is popping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, history has shown us that you can come out with like a dance song that you can dance to and pop, like, say, for example, Back That Ass Up by Juvenile. Like that song is iconic. Like that's not, nobody would ever say that that's an iconic when it comes to like writing, like with your pen, like a rapping song. Nobody would be like, oh, that was an iconic song when you talk about bars. Like nobody's saying that. When you play that song, like when that song comes up, people get ready to start twerking and shaking their ass. So yes, to be fair, in the past, we didn't have TikTok, but rappers were still making music that would get people dancing. Like I think about a Nelly. You know, when he first came out with Country Grammar, he had songs that were hitting home and like bars galore. But then he came out, it's getting hot in here, so take off. Like he knew that was going to be a song for the club, and people still dance to that song in the club. So I feel like there still is an opportunity for people that are making songs for dance challenges to kind of like make that transition to either still make songs that would get people dancing in the club, or make songs and change it up and make a song that make songs that are thought provoking, or that want to put them, or they can see putting themselves like on the same level as like some of the greatest rappers and hip hop artists and everything like that. So
right. No, yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. I guess what I'm saying is, because I believe that a lot of people, and we'll move on, but I just want to make it a point to say that while I do believe that they can transition on, I think now a lot of music is focused on becoming a TikTok trend. You know, I'm not saying that once all of this dies down, that they won't be able to transition. I'm just saying I'm interested to see once
absolutely
over, what they're going to be able to do. Is their career going to be able to keep going? I'm surprised that Cardi B was able to come back, because I thought she was done after what was her last big song? It wasn't Bodak.
Money. It was money. I think it was money.
That was money. COVID and everything, and then the money. Like, you know, I was like, okay, she's kind of quiet now, but now she's starting to gain like more momentum, because she's starting to create WAP and and stuff that's being sustained because of TikTok. So if we're using Cardi B as an example, while she had a career before TikTok, I'm interested to see how she's going to transition into life after TikTok. It's just all I'm not saying that's not possible, but I'm just curious to see what it's going to be.
I think I honestly, thinking about it, Cardi B can be used as an example. I think a perfect example would be someone like Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X got his song popular because people were making up dances to that I got the horses in the back, Old Town Road. That's how it really blew up, is that he put the song online and he found out that people were making challenges on TikTok to that song. And then it translated to the song going big and going viral and becoming #1 and breaking records and everything like that. I feel like he was a perfect example at first to say, oh, well, he's a one-hit wonder, because this song, the first song he ever came out with, was essentially a dance challenge song that went viral on TikTok. But then he came out with another song. So, I mean, I just said all that just to say that I get completely what you're saying, but I just feel like there's so much opportunity for artists to kind of like, in addition to going viral or being popular with a dance song or a dance challenge song, there's so much opportunity for them to still remain relevant and keep it moving, you know, keep it going and coming out with stuff. So what else are we talking about?
Curious to see. That's all I'm saying. I'm curious to see what
we get it. We get it.
I know, but let's move on. So the next topic that I want to talk about, so shout out. We mentioned Texas earlier in the show. Shout out to Texas. We love y'all out there. We hope you're taking care. We've been seeing like the pipes bursting and just like the lack of just support and leadership that y'all got from your government and your local officials. Like, it's just so unfortunate, and sending all our love. Like, you know, I donated to the food bank in Texas, a few places in Texas, and you know, I really, really feel for y'all, and sending all of our love, sending all
Absolutely.
of our
Yeah. So I don't know if a lot of the listeners know, but I know a lot of my friends and family know that Texas, specifically Dallas, Texas, has become like a second home for me. Like, I've gone there already 3 times this year, and it's only February. So it actually hit hard and hit home when this happened. You know, I have friends that live in Houston. I have friends that live in Dallas. So I was really worried. I was really stressed out. I did research on how I can help. I ended up putting up a post on our page on SlickTalk about different places where you can donate and different resources where people can go and get help and everything. But I mean, the damage that was done, I don't know who's to blame. I don't know if they've figured that out yet, but the damage that was done was astronomical. The fact that people were going without water because they were like, stuff, like little creatures inside of the water, is ridiculous. The fact that people didn't have any electricity was ridiculous for days. For days. The fact that people had their houses, you know, collapsing from the snow and, you know, they didn't have any heat. It, like, I never want to experience that, and to hear that it was happening to people, it's like, wait, we're in America, right? Like, how is this happening in America? So, like you were saying, our thoughts and prayers are still with Texas. I know things are starting to again pick back up, and things are there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and they're doing better. Of course, people can still donate. Shout out to AOC. She raised, I think it was like $4 million or something like that. Around $4 million she donated to Texas. You know, so shout out to her, and shout out to everyone. Shout out to yourself for donating and doing something. I'll personally be in Texas this weekend. So I'm gonna do my part as well. But yeah, shout out to Texas. We're continuing praying for Texas, everyone in Texas. We hope that everyone stays safe.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. And, you know, this is just for everyone in general, because I think we need to talk about this whole Ted Cruz situation that happened. Your votes matter. What you decide, who you decide to represent you, who you decide to represent you, who you decide to just be in a bit of control of how things move in where you are, like, that matters, right?
Absolutely.
And the fact that Ted Cruz, he claims that he went to Cancun to escort his children, which is within itself a privilege, because you were able to move your family to Cancun and then come back if that's what you plan to do. Your bag was huge. I don't believe you were going there overnight, but that's neither here nor there. Say that is the case. The fact that you were able to utilize the privilege that you had to at least move your family to Cancun while all of that stuff was going on in Texas,
right?
That is the biggest slap, I think, in Texans' faces. In addition to, don't forget, he was one of the first people to get the vaccine. He cut a whole bunch of people in line to get the COVID vaccine. Like, you know, I'm not going to fault Texans, because you guys are in the middle of something right now, but just the whole country, I want y'all to look at this example as to why your votes matter. Like, look into these people, see these people. Like, Ted Cruz, you're a disgrace. You are a disgrace. Like, in addition to inciting the insurrection that happened on January 6th, in addition to being the votes weren't accurate, then you follow through and do shit like this. Like, if I was in Texas, if I were y'all, I would make sure that man was not in office again. Like, you know, and I don't want to take away from what's going on with individuals in Texas, but I had to talk about that a little bit, because that is
absolutely
so unfortunate.
I mean, you can't even talk about Texas and what's going on without talking about Ted Cruz. I mean, he is literally the reason why a lot of the stuff has been happening. He doesn't care about his constituents.
Not
like
at all.
The fact that he even thought that it was cool for, I mean, people are just talking about, oh, he went to go drop off his daughter, or, you know, if that was the case, like questioning if that was really real. The fact that you felt like it was still a good idea to help your daughters fly to Mexico. Like, first of all, why are your daughters going to get to go to Mexico when your constituents' kids have to stay in Texas and go through the storm? No, you should literally be having, like, your whole family should have to go through. Yes, hopefully they're safe, but your whole family should have to go through what everyone else is going through and brave this winter storm. Like, you shouldn't be able to leave. But I agree with everything that you said. It's sad that we have other representatives from New York, like AOC, coming down and raising money for your state. Like, this is your state, and she's raising more money than you. I definitely am not blaming the Texans as well. I'm not blaming you guys, but just like Dev was saying, like, you know, your votes matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you get when you vote. You get what you vote for. I think Charlamagne had said that as well. It's like, you get what you voted for, and essentially you guys voted for him, but it's important, it's imperative that you guys get him out. He's holding up the process right now. Currently, he's holding up the process right now in the Senate on confirming people for Biden's cabinet. Like, he's holding up people, like, for his own political reasons. He's ridiculous. He's a disgrace. Like, I don't even want to talk about him no more. But like I said, like I said, my thoughts and prayers are out to Texas, and we hope that things continue to get better. Yeah, you know, absolutely. Definitely. But some more negative news, I guess you would say, is the fact that now everything is a situation that happened, I guess, a week ago is starting to be splashed on social media and the news, which is the I guess you could say the conflict that Meek Mill and Tekashi 6ix9ine got into it. Especially, I mean, essentially, basically, they went to the club, or they were outside of the club in the parking lot, and they exchanged words. Tekashi 6ix9ine looked like he was ready to jump and pounce, which a lot of people that do like this look like they're ready to jump and pounce, but they can't follow through. I feel like Meek Mill will mollywop his ass. I feel like Meek Mill would literally, like, Meek Mill is from the slums of Philly. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Get rid of the security guards. Get rid of the security guards.
Yeah, get rid of the security guards and see what really happens. Like, I get it. Like, so two things. I'm like, nowadays, like, I used to really appreciate Meek Mill and really stand hard for him. I think he has dope ass bars, everything like that. Some amazing songs. But I feel like a lot of artists and celebrities are literally messing themselves up by trying so hard to be a brand that they're literally digging their own grave. And I feel like because he doesn't have a lot of music coming out right now, he's trying to label himself as a brand by being more vocal on social media and doing other things and attaching himself to Jay-Z, but he's not doing it the right way. Like, you shouldn't be in the news, or you shouldn't be on social media for beefs that you're having with a confirmed snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be in the news and on social media for music that you're putting out. So I'm not really caring for him right now. But what I will say is that he did do a good thing by not engaging, because had he told the bodyguards to, like, back up, his bodyguards and Tekashi 6ix9ine's bodyguards to back up, and he got into a physical fight, he could end up back in jail. And we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Tekashi 6ix9ine wasn't going to do nothing. So Meek Mill did what he was supposed to do at the end of the day. You know?
No, absolutely. I think I agree with everything you said. I am just trying to figure out what Tekashi's end goal is. Because he is the troll of trolls. And I'm surprised with as many people as he has come out and attacked that I don't wish anything on anyone. But for I guess kind of like the lashback that he got from what he said, and like, don't come to my town, don't do this. Like, if I see you, this is going to happen.
Right.
Like, nothing is happening, which I feel like is emboldening him. You know what I'm trying to say, Chad.
Emboldening, yeah.
Him to feel like he can keep moving this way. And it's just not okay. He's starting to disrespect people that have passed away.
Yeah.
And so, yes, like that situation was very, like, interesting within itself. And shout out, I guess, to Meek for kind of withholding, because he could go to jail. He's being smart in this situation, according to him, and why he didn't do what he wanted to do. But Tekashi really got to chill. Like, what do you like?
But he's not going to chill. Like, the more that these media outlets and these on social media and the news feed the flames and, like, plastering him on their pages and everything like that, the more recognition he gets, the more people are going to be tuned into him. So he's being controversial because I guess there was this saying that said, even bad celebrity or bad publicity is good publicity. Bad
press is press.
Exactly. So he's getting press. Like, all that press is really essentially taking everybody to his page, and people are being interested in what he's doing. He's not going to do anything. But just like Barack Obama was saying about Donald Trump, once you stop talking about him, then he loses that steam. You know what I'm saying? He loses that flame because he just wants people to talk about him. He wants to engage with people because he stays relevant. Outside of that, he doesn't do anything. He's not a lyricist. He's a bum. You know, he be slanging around the N-word, and he's not even black. People letting him get away with that. Like, he's so super problematic, but for some reason we keep on putting him up on this pedestal in hip hop. And it's like, for what? Because he's a rapper? Because he went through some things? Because he had a couple of hit songs? Like, fuck dude. I don't fuck with dude at all. In addition to that, with Meek Mill too, I'm not really fucking with Meek Mill right now too. He said what he said about Kobe Bryant inside of his song. Apparently he apologized to Vanessa Bryant in private, but at the end of the day, literally make you said something in public, then apologize in public. I don't give a fuck what you're doing in private. Yes, nice. You apologize to her, but you said this in public. Let everybody know what you said, in private and everything like that. And stop mentioning Kobe Bryant's name. Let him rest in peace. Like, who are you?
Right. What I will say to that is the song was not supposed to be released. Not that is an excuse.
Yeah. It went public.
But it came out.
Yeah.
So, definitely apologize, I guess, in the privacy and blah, blah, blah. But you need to make a public statement. That was extremely respectful, regardless to if it was supposed to be released or not, which it wasn't supposed to be released. It was leaked, but still. That's not
exactly. And just shut his mouth. He's just talking too damn much. Do you see Jay-Z on social media? Like, he wants to be Jay-Z so bad. Do you see Jay-Z on social media tweeting and going back and forth to people? Like, you a youngster. You're so young-minded. You have such an opportunity, and you just letting it dwindle away. First with fucking Nicki Minaj, now with your rapping career. Just give it up, loser.
Well,
I'm done.
Let's talk about the first family, though. Let's talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yes, let's.
You want to do Jay-Z first?
No, you can start. Well, yeah, since we brought up Jay-Z. Sure, yeah. I'll do with Jay-Z. So recently, kudos to Jay-Z, one of my favorite rappers of all time, because he's so, okay, come on in. What's your favorite Jay-Z song?
I'm so ambitious.
Oh, really? Come on then. Okay, my favorite Jay-Z song is Song Cry. Gotta make the song cry. Okay, that's on back in the day, Blueprint. Okay. But so shout out to Jay-Z. He's not a businessman. He's a businessman. He just recently sold 50%, a share of 50% of the company. The champagne is called Ace of Spades. The correct term is like, I think it's like A something. Can't think of it right now, but I know of it as Ace of Spades because when I go to the club, people are popping bottles of Ace of Spades. They're not popping bottles of that politically correct bullshit, what it's called. They're popping Ace of Spades. So he sold 50% of that, which is estimated to be equivalent to $250 million, which just, listen, that just, like, I was having a conversation the other day and I was just like, I'm not trying to be shady, but I think we could all agree that Jay-Z is not the most attractive person in the world, right? But
let's say he's not the most socially attractive person.
He's not the most attractive person to me. You could say that. That's fine. I'll just do that.
By society's norms, he is not.
By my norms. Well, yes. I'm talking about I can only speak for myself.
I think he has cute little attributes. I like thick lips. I got thick lips.
That's fine. Yeah,
okay,
there's more than just a thick lip.
Go ahead with your point.
So yeah, we could all agree he's not the most attractive we'll say that I don't believe he's the most attractive person. Mm-hmm. But the fact that Beyonce seen something deeper in him at such an early age, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like kudos to her as well for knowing that this was a hustler. This was a businessman. This was a business. This was someone that was so ambitious, that knew that he wanted to be a billionaire, that knew he wanted to be a mogul, that knew he wanted to be the best. Mm-hmm. And the fact that years later in 2021, he is estimated at being worth more than $1 billion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what, to me, the American dream is. He used to sell dope on the street, and now he is selling dope legally, not dope, but marijuana. He has a cannabis line that he's trying to come out with. And then now he's selling alcohol, like champagne and everything. Like, what more? He has a song called What More Can You Ask For? What more can you ask for from this man? Like, he is just the equivalent he is the definition of Black excellence. That's
yes. Definitely. He's definitely one of the pinnacles as far as Black excellence. I agree with everything you said. And now his partner, B, recently released Icy Park, which sold out, which I'm like, girl, stop posting stuff about it because we can't get it no more. But it's selling. Like, I'm so proud of Beyonce. Let me say why I'm proud of her. Because she kept, with regard to this clothing, I can go on and on about Beyonce. But with regard to clothing, when you think of House of Darion back in the day, that was a huge flop.
House of what? No. Let me stop.
No, but that was it. I mean, to be frank, everybody's list that's listening knows House of Darion was a huge flop. Nobody was getting it. It was, it was sold in Burlington Coat Factory. Like nobody was really messing with it. But she was persistent. She was like, "No, I'm going to keep working towards the brand that I know that I can do." Came out with Ivy Park, which started off slow. Let's be very clear. It started off slow, but she was persistent. She was persistent. It kept going. She was promoting it in her concerts and on the run. And now she got Icy Park, which is like everything is constantly sold out, and everything is about $100.
Yeah.
I just want to shout out Beyonce for her persistence.
Yeah.
Her persistence and not giving up and pushing through.
I definitely want to shout out Beyonce, but in addition to that, I want to shout out her team. Because I know that
it's not just Beyonce. Let's be very clear. But yes.
No, I definitely want to shout out her and her team because I know that they have been in her ear saying, this is what we're at a point now where we can do this. Like a collaboration with Adidas will be monumental. Like it would just be super huge. So I'm happy that, like you said, that she's gotten to a point where she can come out with a clothing line and literally it's sell out in minutes, and that's why I feel like it's important nowadays to completely make yourself a brand if you can, because she's no longer Beyonce the artist or Beyonce the performer, or even some may not agree, but Beyonce the actress. She's no longer those things. She's Beyonce the mogul, the brand, like Beyonce the brand, just Beyonce the brand. Like anything that she touches is going to go gold or platinum, so it was a great time for her to come out with a clothing line. Everything from the first original Ivy Park drop to the second one to now to Icy Park, everything has looked completely bomb. I'm like, first of all, sis, we're going to need more product because this shit is selling out in minutes. And then on top of that, it's like the access to get it is so difficult. Like, you go online, there's a line that you have to wait in to even purchase something. By the time you get to the website where you can actually click on something, it's sold out. So you can't get that. The different sizes are gone. And then when she has it where you can go to the store, there's lines down the street. B, I love you to death, but I'm not waiting in an hour and a half line, baby. I'm not.
Absolutely not.
But I love it to death. The clothes are amazing, but B, I'm going to need you to make them more accessible to everyone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they keep on coming out with these limited amount of clothes from this dope ass,
I think I get it because it's like people are going to want it even more. But I think, girl, stop giving it to the celebrities. I respect you for your marketing. I do, because you're sending it to these celebrities that have a large following. We wanted to talk about that a little bit. Like, you send some stuff to Viola Davis. You're starting to send stuff to like influencers that I don't know, but the kids know. So they're seeing that they're wearing it, but they don't have access to it. So they're going to want it the next go round. So I respect that. Girl, I would like at least a shoelace.
Listen, I mean, she's also
give me a fanny pack. Like,
listen, give me a receipt. I mean, that says Icy Park. Like at this point, like give me something that I can look at and say, okay, I have this iconic type of thing. Like give me. I think she has like the we were talking about mask. She has a mask that says Icy Park or Ivy Park. Like I'll take that. Everything is executed so properly. Everything looks so put together perfectly. So, I'm just very proud that she's at this moment. And I really have an appreciation for what she's doing when she's giving out, the boxes and everything to like these different celebrities. I feel like that's a dope ass marketing, thing that they can do is, because the celebrities are going to post it. Like when Viola Davis posted, her picture with her daughter, that went viral. Everyone was talking about it on Twitter. So it does make sense for her to do that. But at the end of the day, too, it's like, do you really need to do that? Because it's still going to sell out. You know what I'm saying? Like people are still going to buy it. So, shout out to her and her team for coming up with something amazing. I can't wait till I get me, a piece, because it's been killing it. But some other news, we're starting to get towards the end of the episode, y'all. But some other news is recently Tiger Woods got into a car accident. This past week, he got into a car accident. and apparently there was no alcohol that was involved. If you guys remember last time when he was into some trouble, apparently he was intoxicated and drove into a tree in his car, got into it with his wife, drove into a tree, and he was okay then. And apparently he's okay now, thank God, because I don't want. He's an icon, he's a legend in sports. Not even if he was a legend, I just wouldn't want anything like that to happen to anyone. But the car he was in was completely crushed and damaged. They had to take him out. They had to use the jaws of life. You know what the jaws of life is? They had to use the jaws of life to take him out of the car. Like I'm just happy that he survived that.
Yeah. No, same. And I guess as things unfold, we'll learn more about it. But I'm really just sending positive energy to Tiger Woods. Like he seems to be doing better, then he seems to kind of like go down, then he seems to do better, then he seems to go down. They're speculating that it was just because he was speeding, as that happened. But I just he's a legend. He's an icon. While he kind of has his things where, but didn't once upon a time he said he didn't like black women or something, or he didn't date black women.
I'm sure, yeah,
in the 90s or something. That's neither here nor there. But I'm really just sending love and light to him and his family, and really hope he has a speedy recovery, because they had to put a rod in his leg so that all of his stuff can heal. And he's a golf player, so he needs his legs. That's his career, so I send it all the love and light. And if y'all haven't seen those pictures, listen, viewer discretion is advised if you go to see those pictures, because the car is messed up. They said thankfully the insides were cushioned enough that it protected him, but the outside, it just looks
it looks a hot ass mess. And then in addition to that, the last thing I'll say too is that a lot of people have been have had mixed emotions around this time, because they know that he's also a Trump supporter. So people can be very ruthless. He's an icon, he's a legend. He's come back from some tough struggles, but people are like, you supported Trump, you're friends with Trump, and you get what you have coming to you. So I don't necessarily believe that. I believe that, I want everybody to be okay. I'm not that vindictive in my heart where I'm like, you're a Trump supporter, so you should have gotten that. But there are some people on social media, some very hateful people on social media, that are like, well, you had that coming. But also Trump reached out to, give him well wishes as well too. So, he's been receiving a lot of love. Our thoughts and prayers are clearly with him, and we hope that he recovers and gets well, and, eventually hopefully goes back to play the last couple of years of golf, because he's getting old. I don't know if he can play too much longer.
Yeah, I think he's near retirement, but I've been like to him and his family.
Absolutely.
One of the last things I want to talk about. So what do we want to get into, Meg or Serena?
We could touch on both of them real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
So, let's get into Meg and Serena both.
Go back to some sports with Serena real quick. But so Meg is with Party. I personally, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I didn't know who Party was before Meg got with him, and it became a thing. That's why we talked about this in our pre-meeting. I don't know too much about that, but JB can maybe speak to a little bit more about it. But there is something I do want to speak on with regard to Meg, and kind of her, not judging her dating patterns, but just recognizing the dating patterns and how it can be potentially dangerous and tied into some life stuff that she's been going through and trying to work through. But
no, absolutely.
Who is Party?
Party is an American rapper. No, he's like I guess he's like an up and coming rapper, or a rapper that's been out and had like a hit song. I can't think of his exact hit song that he had, but he, for me personally, what I know of him which is very small. He just doesn't seem. He seems like he's like a party boy. Like hence his name, Party. It just seems like he's just someone that's out and living the life and not really taking anything too seriously. And when it comes to like women rappers or women in entertainment, I get very kind of like nervous about them attaching themselves to dudes that are like this. If you think back to, back in the day with like a Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was beloved, so much talent, and then she ended up attaching herself to like Bobby Brown, which was the bad boy, and they ended up getting into drugs and having problems and blah, blah, blah. I'm just I feel very protective of people that I feel have so much talent and so much to offer creatively. That I'm like, I just hope that she's making the best decision. I mean, she's a grown woman, and if she's in love and she's happy, like, to each his own. But I'm very, like, protective when it comes to, like, her stepping out and, you know, taking a chance on, like, these party boys and people that are turned up and lit and don't necessarily appear to be serious and ready to settle down or whatever the case may be. But personally, I don't personally know him, so he couldn't fully be that way, you know. But just from the outside and what we're seeing and what I perceive to be, he doesn't look like he's really serious. But I wish her the best in it. If she's having fun and she's happy, like, more power to her, you know. But you can explain more about, you know.
Yeah, just really quick, really quick. Like, just like Lori Harvey, Meg is in her 20s. I want her to date. I want her to experience. I want her to have fun. I want her to know what works and what doesn't work for her. Like, explore all of that. I'm just starting to see a pattern from the outside. I don't know her personal life, not casting judgment, but I'm starting to see a pattern. And Meg doesn't have her mother, father, or grandmother anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping, not saying this is the case, but I'm really just hoping that it's not a case of wanting to feel loved. Like, I'm sure her friends are giving enough of that for her, but I'm just really hoping that it's not like I'm missing a male figure to take care of me type of thing. So I'm going to latch on to the first thing that seems like I should be attached to, because this is definitely going to sound like I'm casting a lot of judgment, but y'all, I just want to be very clear, I'm not. But her dad was in prison, you know, passed away. That was kind of like her father figure that she saw. Then we start to see, like, these patterns with Tory Lanez, who allegedly shot her. Then who else did she date?
Moneybagg Yo.
Moneybagg Yo, who's Moneybagg Yo. And now she's dating Party, you know what I'm saying? And he's very, very, like that post that they posted on the Shade Room, like, he wrapped his arm around her and looked like he was choking her. Like, I was like, girl, like, I'm a little concerned, but that is your life. I'm trusting that you know the best for yourself, but just like, go to therapy. I'm a huge proponent of that, and make sure that you're not just dating in cycles and dating repetitively and dating what's familiar to you. We talked about this in season.
We did.
Like, don't date what's familiar to you. Like, you have to challenge that. Yes, he got a big dick according to what you said, but that's not right. She said she looked down and was like, "Ooh," but I mean, hey, that's not everything. There's a lot of big dicks out here, okay? That take care of you. Not say he's not. I keep going back and forth, y'all. You know, I'm the PC one, but just take care of yourself.
Super PC.
You ever hear this? But
you know, also, I mean, the last thing I'll say about that too is then, like, I completely understand what you're saying, and for the most part, I agree. But then I also think about, like, are we still having these type of conversations for dudes that are in and out of relationship with women? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we question why they're doing what they're doing with dating different women and everything like that? Or kind of do we just sweep it under the rug and be like, oh, well, it's a normal day. You know, they're known to doing that. Men are known to do that. So I just say that just to say that, you know, I can't wait till we get to a point where we either hold women to the same standard that we hold men when it comes to dating and being in different relationships and even who they choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking about who she chooses. I hope he's the best fit for her. I either hope that we hold him to the same standard in that sense, or I hope that people just start moving in a way that is healthy and productive to what they're doing in life. And if that's healthy and productive, if she feels like being in relationships with different people in the industry and turning up is healthy and productive, then more power to you. Had I been in the industry at her age, listen, I'll be about getting my money. Hopefully I'll meet a nigga when I turn 30, 35, between 30 and 35, I'll meet a nigga then. But in my 20s and I got all this access and I got all this power and I got all this money, I'm turning the fuck up. I'm not settling down with a nigga named Party. The fuck?
No, exactly. Like I said, she's in her 20s. So generally, of course, people are going to hold women to a different standard, unfortunately. And I agree with you that hopefully we get to a place where people can look at them.
Yeah.
But girl, enjoy your 20s.
Absolutely.
Now, people have been talking about this Serena Williams situation with her crying because she lost, which is not why she was crying. It was just a small clip. People kept hamming her about her retirement because she lost. are you retiring? When are you retiring? Are you leaving? When are you done? You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like, I feel like she's getting to the end of her career, but constantly hearing that and losing, not so much to Naomi, but just constantly not being so close, but not getting there is starting to get to her. And that's probably why she was crying in that situation.
Yeah. I think Serena, outside of her just being the GOAT, I personally think that she is the GOAT of sports. Period. Right. 23 Grand Slams is ridiculous. Period. So outside of that, it's known that she is very passionate. She is very competitive. And, you know, when I saw her have that emotion at the news conference after the loss, I understood that. And it actually got me really emotional because I couldn't imagine being so far alone in her career. Like her first win was in 1999. Bitch, it's 2021. Right. The fuck? Like, right. What do you mean? Like, you've been dominating for that long, and to get to a point now where you have to face reality. Like, in a sense, I've seen somebody say that Serena right now was playing a younger Serena, which was Naomi. I've seen somebody say that, and I wasn't even tripping off of too much like what people were saying about asking her retirement. About when she was retiring or anything. I was just tripping off the fact that, like, I'm really curious on when she's going to hang it up. You know, people are going to say what they're going to say. People are going to speculate, whatever the case may be. I just want her to get to a point where she can just have one final hurrah and actually win and then step aside, because I feel like that's what she's waiting for. I really feel like she's waiting to win one more Grand Slam, get to 24, and then walk away. You know, and I'm rooting for her because, like I said, I do believe that she's the GOAT. I do believe people need to be a little bit more nicer and kinder to this GOAT, you know, when they're talking about her and everything. But I don't believe it's the last we'll see of Serena Williams. I think she still has another match, another game inside of her.
No, yeah, and she still has opportunities to win Grand Slams, like, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not the last of Serena that we'll see, at least for right now.
So shout out definitely to Serena.
Serena, you are the GOAT, period. And Naomi is standing on your shoulder. I want people to understand that they are not in competition. Naomi is standing on Serena's shoulders, okay?
Absolutely. So, you know, but shout out.
And Venus. Be very
clear. And Venus, yeah.
Floodgates for anyone that follows after Naomi.
But definitely shout out to Naomi, though, because she's definitely been killing it. Like, I can't even be mad. Like, I definitely wanted Serena to win, but the fact that Naomi took it instead, I'm like, that's cool. I'm fine with that. You know, I'm definitely cool with that. And, you know.
And she won it overall. She won it
overall, yeah. Exactly.
But so we're wrapping it up, y'all. But thank y'all for listening. The last thing we just want to say, this is March 1st. Like yesterday was the last day of Black History Month. Like, we really hope that y'all enjoyed last week's episode where we had the Black creatives and panels on. But overall, this whole month of the Black History Month, and recognizing that Black history is year long. Like, it's not just
exactly
a month, right? And keep learning, keep evolving, keep understanding that Blackness did not begin with slavery. It started way, 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 way before that. And we were kings, still are kings and queens, you know.
Absolutely.
And since Black History is over, since Black History Month is over, it's, you know, we not over, we not done. And yesterday was my birthday. But
Black History Year, okay? 365 days of Black excellence, Black as fuckness, Black everything. But yeah, definitely, it was an exciting Black History Month. You know, it was exciting recording that episode with those 7 Black creatives. We hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, like Dev said, his birthday yesterday, okay? Turning up, getting older, still looking good. Happy birthday, my brother, again.
Thank you. I'm 31.
Ooh, the old child. I can see the gray hair.
Where?
Right there. I'm kidding. You're looking good. I wish you another year around the sun. Y'all leave some comments inside of our post that we put up or on our website, wishing Dev the coolest a happy birthday and prosperity and turn the fuck up, you know, and everything like that. So yeah, this was a great episode.
Yes, I love, you know, shooting the shit is fun.
Yeah, we love those little shoot the shit because we love a little, you know, talking and gossiping a little bit about celebrity stuff.
Yeah, a little tea time.
A little tea time. Shout out to Chloe and Holly.
Huh?
I said shout out to Chloe and Halle because they have their little tea times on Thursdays.
Oh yeah. But
I'm a fan.
so we'll have another one, I'm sure, by the end of this season. But thank y'all so much for listening to this episode of #SlickTalk. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, like it goes a long way. If you're listening to any platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, wherever we're playing, iHeartRadio, please subscribe, listen to us, leave a comment, let us know what you think. We want to engage with you all. So we're not just saying it for the hell of it. We really, really want to engage with you all. Shout out to everyone that already has. We love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Wear your mask. Be safe.
Yeah. Peace out, y'all. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Yes. Bye.